Good morning. Making this video because I want to share the sort of surprise and shock that's happening to me as I'm studying these topics to share with you. And I found something else. And wow. And it has to do with what I was saying about it's tying in with this video I made with the Babylon in Revelation 18, and all the reference to the ships and the sailors, and potentially tying in with the way our system of management is really a morph from the maritime law and the corporations. Okay, so I was, I just do this. I decide to look at the words that stand out to me. And so in this account in Revelation with this destruction of this entity called Babylon the Great in the 1 hour, right at the very, 18 verse 23 in Revelation, something caught my eye because it said, "For your merchants were the great men of the earth, because all the nations were deceived by your sorcery." And because I had been looking at that's what I discovered with Twitter and the magic practicing priests and the language and the hieroglyphics and the spell binding, I went, oh, wonder what that word sorcery is rooted in. And I was shocked. Okay, really, really shocked, because the word, okay, is pharmaca. Pharmaca. And it is, get a load of this, it's translated as sorcery and witchcraft. However, the meanings, the use or the administrating of drugs, poisoning, also sorcery, magic arts, often found in connection with adultery, okay, deceptions and seductions, of adultery. So, and then it's literally showing the ancestry of this word and the way this word has been used in our modern language. And so it literally is saying there's a link to medication and pharmacy. Literally, the word structure is connected to that. So then I'm going, what? Because they're saying that their magic spells, stories that they use with their pictures and their language is also connected to the use of the administration of drugs? Okay, so then what popped in my head is I read a while back some of Bruce Lipton's work, and I learned about this phenomena that's called the placebo. But there's also, so the placebo is when your body just believes the circumstance can make it well, and it makes itself well, even if it was a sugar pill or even a pretend operation. But there is also another equally powerful phenomena called nocebo, that if you believe something's poisonous and you drink it, it will make you sick even if it's not poison, because the beliefs greatly influence how the body decides to respond. Okay, so then I'm like, okay, holy, so we know what we're being bombarded with right now all around the world. Okay, but then it even got a little more interesting, because in this blue letter Bible, and it has a lexicon, and then it's breaking it down and referencing where this word that's in Revelation that's linked to sorcery but is actually linked to pharmaceuticals. And the root word of the word pharmacy and pharmaceuticals comes from this word. It linked it to the very scripture I originally read to you guys when I was making the video. So in Exodus 7, it says, Pharaoh also called for the wise men and the sorcerers. So it's like it literally, this Bible, Blue Letter Bible, has linked it to that, where the magicians of Egypt, the same with their secret arts. So now it's like the question is, because now with this account, with this great event, with this 1 hour, and this this destruction of the the breaking down of all the commerce and exploitation and the trading, and like, remember I was explaining how when a woman gives birth, so that's birth, but then birth, berth, is a nautical word. And so it seems that this can't be a coincidence, that is lining up with our day, and this word sorcery, which actually is linked to pharmaceuticals, and but also linked to the magic practicing secret arts of the Egyptians. And so again, we are waking up to the nature of our construction, the way our mind works and our subconscious and our conscious, and the way this propaganda gets, repeated, which is kind of like that jumping around and over and over and over and over. We're being inundated. That's the conditioning, trying to trigger the nocebo to make ourselves sick instead of the positive placebo. We can counter it with our own realization and really, wow. And so here again, there's a powerful linkage with these scriptures that we think are not connected to our time, written, a couple thousand years ago, but the patterns, it's all in the patterns. And so I wanted to share that one with you, the use or the administrating of drugs. And we know what? The pharmaceutical industry is one of the largest businesses on earth, and is actually alluded to again in that same scripture where it says it all ends in 1 hour. And how will it end? Perhaps we're going to wake up to the structure of these, what a corporation is. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you like that one. So I'm going to try to make a couple more later.